Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
I've been watching your Bill's word, dude. Sounds good, man. I'm grateful that you're here right now. Because right now, we're going to be playtesting the Atraxa build that we have. If you want to see the cards that we have inside this deck, the link will be in the description below, and the actual deck tech will be on the channel as well. So we're going to go ahead and draw 7 cards and see what we got. But do those shuffling machines, like, are they able to deal with the card sleeves? 4, 5, 6, 7. Because if I can get like a Dragon Shield machine that shuffles Dragon Shield carded sleeves, or sleeved cards, that would be cool. Oh, we're definitely keeping this hand, guys. Fertilid! So, you guys will see the power of the Fertilid, man. I'm telling you guys. So I really like this opening hand. We have almost every color here. Yeah, we do have every color here. And we have a way to ramp, and we have a way to draw cards on turn 2, which I am grateful for. So we're going to keep this hand and draw for turn. We draw into a Mask of the Schemer. We're going to go ahead and put that into our hand. We're going to play this Fortified Village tapped, because we do not have another land to show or reveal. And then we'll pass the turn, we'll untap, we'll draw into a Denry Flynn. Depends how they build the shuffling machine, you know? And then what we're gonna do is get down this, we'll get down the Flooded Grove, because I don't think it really matters right now, because I'm gonna tap 2, and we're gonna play Rafine's Informant, which when it enters the battlefield, it connives. So we draw a card and discard a card. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw into a Winding Constrictor, which is a fantastic card. So we're definitely gonna want to keep that. I think the card that we're gonna get rid of right now is... Ooh, this is a tough choice. I'm thinking that we get rid of this Metropolis Angel. This gives us, if we attack with the creatures with counters on them, we draw a card. So I kind of like this Lieutenant here that we can play around with Denry. And the Obscura Interceptor can draw us a card as well upon entering the battlefield, so we'll play it like that. So we'll untap, and then we will draw for turn into a Canopy Vista, which is going to enter the battlefield tapped, unless we can find a way to put a land into play. I'm thinking that right now, I probably should have played that Swamp. Or does it really matter, actually? Guys, we're gonna go back in time, and we're gonna act like we played this Swamp. Actually, no, let's not do that. I could have done that, but... What we can do right here is get down the, I kind of want to play Fertilid. So, let's just get down the Swamp now. We'll tap 3. And we're gonna go ahead and... How do we want to do this? I kind of want to get down the Winding... Nah, I think we hold on to the Winding Constrictor. So we pay 3, play Fertilid, and pass the turn. Then we'll untap. Fertilid is in play. We will draw into a Primal Empathy. We'll play our tapped Canopy Vista. And then I think in this situation, we pass a turn here. And then our opponent's end step, I'll tap this mana here. And I'm going to activate Fertilid's ability. Fertilid does have 2 counters on it. We'll go down to 1. I think the Rafine's Informant has a counter as well. And I'm gonna grab a... What do we need right now? I think I'm just gonna, because we have this, we have forests. I think I'm gonna grab an island, because we don't have an island on the battlefield right now. Searching. So we'll play this island tapped. And then we will go to our draw step. Yo, Joe's always making me laugh in the chat. So we're gonna draw. We got a golden ratio. So I think in this situation, I want to figure out a way to get more counters onto the Fertilid. So I think what I can do is I can hold up this 2 mana here, and I can then pay 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna get down the Primal Empathy. So at the beginning of our upkeep, oh, it's at our upkeep. So I don't know if we play this actually. How do I, if I play Atraxa right now, I can proliferate, but the problem is that I have no ways to give a creature, how do you say, a shield counter. So I think Atraxa would get removed almost immediately, which means that I just would not want to put Atraxa in that situation. Do we just ramp here and then lose our Fertilid? Because we have 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could do a golden ratio and then draw two cards right now. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tap, let's use this, place this here just in case. We'll pay 3. We'll cast a golden ratio, which says we draw a card for each different power among creatures you control. This is a 3 power, 1 power, so we'll draw 2 cards. Vorel, and a Sunken Hollow, which is cool. So we have 2 basic lands, so this is gonna enter the battlefield untapped. So now we have 3 mana. And I think in this situation, can I put plus and counters on Fertilid this turn? I don't think I can. I think we play around Vorel and just keep Fertilid alive. Let's get Vorel on the battlefield. So we're tap 3. We'll play Vorel of the Whole Clade. And then we will go ahead and pass the turn there. We'll untap. We'll draw. We gotta imagine there's someone there to remove Atraxa, Joe. Because somebody would. We're gonna draw. It's a port town. I do not have a plains or island in my hand, so that's gonna enter the battlefield tapped. I think in this situation, thank you for liking the video, I just saw that. And then, what do we do here? I have to play the port town. We still haven't drawn in a way to put shield counters, so I think Atraxa's out of the question. I think in this situation we get down. Do we have enough mana for that? Primal Empathy, Vorel. Yeah, I think what we do here, guys, is we just play the tapped port town, and then I'm just gonna pass the turn in this situation. And then I'm just gonna say that on my opponent's end step, I'm gonna tap here to tap Vorel to double the number of counters on Fertilid, which is gonna put Fertilid to 2. And then I still have 4 mana, let's say our opponent did something there during their turn. We're gonna rewind a bit. So let's say our opponent cast a spell and did something, right? We're gonna tap 4. We would flash in the Obscura Interceptor, which is gonna put target spell back to their own opponent's hand, which is cool. It's a 3/1 flying lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, we do connive. So we're gonna go ahead and connive. As soon as we draw, we have to discard a card. We'll hold on to the removal here. I'm thinking that we get rid of Denry in this situation. And then now we will tap here, we'll tap Vorel, and we'll proliferate Fertilid, so Fertilid would have 2 counters. Or double the counters. So that'll be at 2. And then this is gonna also get a counter as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and untap, and we will draw for turn. Now we're gonna draw into a Trigon Predator, which is just a cool way to have removal. Speaking of haste, this is a good card to have if you want to do stuff with haste. Guys, we haven't drawn to a single card that gives a shield counter right now. I want everyone to be aware. So I think what we're gonna do here is, I think in this situation, let's say our opponent has some type of... Nah, we'll just keep it like this. We're gonna go ahead and pass the turn here, and not do anything again. We have a blocker, we have another blocker, the informant can block, and then what I would do is tap here. How much green mana we got? We got enough. So I would tap Vorel to double the counters on Fertilid, which would put Fertilid at 4. Which means that now I can, on their end step, tap 2, and I'm gonna ramp, bring this down to 3. I'm gonna grab just the land, I don't think it matters at this point. We'll grab this Plains, and then I'm gonna activate Fertilid again for 2, remove another counter, and then we're gonna ramp again for us. And I'm like, to me, I am comfortable with just doing this. I'm comfortable with just doing this for multiple turns, guys. As long as I have blockers here, I can just continue to ramp with Fertilid. I'll double Fertilid, ramp, double Fertilid, ramp. I'll do this until I can get every basic land out of the deck onto the battlefield. We'll untap, we'll draw into Shabraz. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna hold on to Shabraz. I would like to partner Shabraz with the Mask of the Schemer here. I think that'd be pretty cool if we can get that combo going. But I think right now what we want to do is we're gonna get down the Primal Empathy. So I'm gonna pay 1, 2. Where's that Flooded Grove? We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We'll play our enchantment, which is the Primal Empathy, which is going to allow us to draw a card if we control the greatest power. If not, we put a counter on a creature we control. And then I think in this situation, you're gonna Swords to Plowshares the Fertilid right now. Alright, if he Swords to Plowshares the Fertilid, then do I untap? I'm gonna act like I went to end step and I lost my Fertilid at the beginning of my turn. So Fertilid's exiled, and then I have this. So that I'm taking back my Primal Empathy because I have him. Now I gotta reconsider the situation. But now, because you cast the Swords to Plowshares, that's 1 less removal that our opponent has. So I think right now what I want to do is still get lands into play because I haven't drawn any lands, which means I need to draw cards. So what I'm going to want to do here is bait more removal. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to play... Actually, yeah, I have to play Shabraz here. And then I'm going to pay 3, and I'm going to get down the Trigon Predator as well. And then we will go ahead. Do we play Trigon Predator here? 1, 2, 3. I think I would rather get down the Primal Empathy again. Why not? We'll go like this. And then we'll pass a turn after that. At any point somebody wants to wipe the board, you can. Yeah, right? Yeah. I think that would have been a really fast second sun. We will untap. We'll draw into Arcane Sanctum. And then we're gonna go ahead and play the Arcane Sanctum tapped. And now technically Shabazz can draw. We did draw a card, so Shabazz is gonna get a +1/+1 counter, so Shabazz is a 4/4, and we do gain 1 life from that happening. And then what I'm gonna do is tap 3 mana here. And then I'm gonna play Mask of the Schemer. Primal Empathy was supposed to trigger as well. I'm gonna put that counter on Shabazz. And then we get down the Mask of the Schemer. I'm gonna pay 2 mana. So 1, 2. And I will equip the Schemer, Mask of Schemer to Shabazz. Our opponent apparently has no flyers. Mask of the Schemer says, when it deals damage to a player, it connives X times or X is the amount of damage dealt to that player. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that to Shabazz. We will now move to combat, and I'm gonna attack somebody with Shabazz. And then, no blocks. In response, I'm gonna tap 2, I'm gonna tap Vorel, and I'm gonna double the number of counters on Shabazz. So, Shabazz is now a 7/7 flying beast that deals 7 damage to somebody. And I'm gonna connive 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna act like you didn't say that, Hitman. So now we're gonna connive 7 times, which means we draw 7 cards. We gotta take a look at our hand. So now I want this Resourceful Defense. I want the Winding Constrictor. Herald of Streams can end the game. Trigon Predator can probably go. Dimir Signet not as important. We'll keep land here. We did play the Arcane Signet thing during this turn. We do have our land for next turn. We'll keep the removal. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I have to... If I connive 7, that means I have to discard 7, so I only have to be left with 3 cards in hand right now. So, so then that means that I want to keep the Resourceful Defense, I want to keep the Winding Constrictor, and I want to keep Herald of Secret Streams. Then we're gonna... This should be 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 1... 2 lands in here, so I get to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters on Shabazz. So now Shabazz in 1 turn went from being a 3/3 to being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, a 12/12. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pass a turn. But doesn't Humility, like, it turns all creatures into 1/1s, but I got my counters, right? So they still should be buffed, you know? So we're gonna go ahead and then untap. And we will... Primal Empathy is gonna trigger, and then because we control creature with the greatest power, we get to draw a card. And then we will draw for turn. Shadow Mage Infiltrator. I think we just immediately go to combat. I'll attack with Shabazz again. I'm gonna tap 2 here to double the counters on Shabazz. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Shabazz is gonna get 9 more counters. So I'm gonna set this 6. 6. This is 18. Should be at 18, right? Yeah, because there's a 9 before 18. Cool. So Shabraz right now is a 21-21. Somebody just got hit for 21 damage, got knocked out of the game, I think. If we draw 21 cards and we discard 21 cards. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. Mind you that every time we draw a card, we do gain a life. So we just gained 21 life. But now I get to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So I think what we keep here is we need a card right now that gives so I need to keep 5 cards. So we're gonna keep Boon of Safety. We're gonna keep Change of Plans. We're gonna keep where's that one card? I think I just saw it. The one that allows me to keep my oh yeah, Resourceful Defense we're gonna keep. And then we can keep the Winding Constrictor, I think. And then we get to keep one more card. I think we keep the Oblivion Stone, why not? So then these go away, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to be kept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Shabraz gets 14 more counters. So this will go there. That's 12 more. So Shabraz is over 30 power right now. So that happened. And then I think what we do here is we go to our second main phase. I'm gonna pay a swamp and then a green to get down the Winding Constrictor. So Winding Constrictor says if one or more counters we place on a creature, we place double those counters, or we get one more counter of whatever it is. And then what we do now is just pass the turn. Somebody casts a board wipe. And then what ends up happening is we, in response, tap a Plains to play a Boon of Safety onto Shabraz, which is going to put a shield counter on Shabraz. Yeah. We put a shield counter on Shabraz, and then because of the Winding Constrictor, Shabraz is actually going to get 2 counters, shield counters. So then Shabraz will lose 1 and still have 1, and then the board gets wiped. So we lose all these creatures. So that'll go into the graveyard. And then I think what we do is we'll then untap. We'll go to our turn with our ginormous Shabraz. We draw a card, draw 2 cards, we gain 2 life. And then I think in this situation, just so that we don't mill ourselves out of the game, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to finally play Atraxa. I'll pay 2 mana to equip the Mask to Atraxa. And then we attack with Shabraz, which we can hold up Change of Plans to phase him out and to protect Atraxa. And Contractual Safeguard can protect as well. And Resourceful Defense, let's just say we had this in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we have enough. Oh yeah, we have enough mana for it. So 5. And then we play Resourceful Defense. So in whatever reason, if we do have Shabraz leave the battlefield, we can just take all these counters and put it onto Atraxa to do the same thing and potentially win the game. And that's that.